All right, so last video, letter C. So letter C, you should be able to look at that and know that that is a parabola. The reason why is it only has one squared term. It's only one squared term that is going to be our parabola. Since y is being squared and it's negative, well, first of all, y squared is left or right. Since it's negative, this is facing left. So let's see, a parabola, we need to state its vertex. This is just like the center. So you do opposite of what's with x, comma, opposite of what's with y. We need the focal width. So the focal width, which I'm just going to call FW, is 8. So that's your 4p value. We will talk about how to find the focus and directrix for this next. But that's how wide your parabola has to be. The focus and directrix rely on p. So if I know that 4p is 8, that means that p has to be 2. Right? If 4p is 8, divide both sides by 4, so p has to be 2. So my focus, since it's facing left, my focus is going to go more left. So that's why it's going to be -4, 3 for my focus. Go more left. And my directrix is going to be the opposite direction. So my directrix is going to be to the right. So that'd be x equals 0. Okay, so the focus is inside the parabola. So if it's left, the focus will go more left. The directrix is outside the parabola. So if it's left, it's going to go to the right. So let's see, to graph this, pretty much everything's negative for x, some positive, some negative for y. So this one, I'll just count them out because they're not very big numbers. So -2, 3 is my vertex. My focus is -4, 3. My directrix is x equal to 0. And then we need to graph your focal width. The focal width is 8. So you have to have a total width of 8, which means I'm going to go 4 up from my focus and make a point. And I'm going to go 4 down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 down from my focus to get a total focal width of 8. So 4 up and 4 down. So don't forget to graph those 2 points. That is definitely worth points on your test tomorrow. Okay, last thing. This doesn't cover everything, but you should be looking in your packet one more time before you take this test tomorrow. You should know your definition of your conic sections, and you should also know how to identify the conic section from a double naped cone. So A. So let's look at A. A is parallel to the edge of this cone, and it only cuts one cone, which is a parabola. A parabola is going to intersect the base, which this is. So that way it's an open figure, and it's usually parallel to the edge of the cone, a single cone. B, let's see, B is perfectly parallel to the base of the cone. So that's going to be our circle, and it's only cutting one cone. C, let's see, C only cuts one cone, but it does not intersect the base, but it's not parallel to the base. So that's going to be your ellipse. And D cuts both cones, right, usually perpendicular to the both bases, which is how we get to our hyperbola. All right, so I know that video was pretty short, but we had to get through one more just that way you guys could have your review completed. So now hopefully between that and the comprehension check keys that are posted on my Google Classroom, you'll be totally prepared for your test tomorrow. So make sure you're studying so that way you are ready. All right, bye guys.